What'd you think about the episode?
Today's episode, season 2, episode 10. I give it an 8 out of 10. This is my favorite
Yeah.
episode of the season by far.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's still some stuff that doesn't make sense to me, though. Like, what's going on with the door in the way down deep?
Hmm.
I still don't. I guess it's going to be revealed in season 3, but I'd like to know more. Doesn't make sense to me just yet. Uh, another thing that doesn't make sense to me, the riot is going to open the door to their deaths. I mean, I see it, but also, like, damn, you're going to kill everyone. And then another thing that doesn't make sense to me is the double fake out. The double fake out from the finale of season 1 with the visor is showing the good outside and it's actually bad. So now the rebellion is based on the double fake out, like the fake out, which is actually not the camera camera view is actually real, even though they think it's a lie. Like the double fake out's crazy. Why do that?
Yeah, why?
But so many goods in this episode. There's so many things going down. There's rebellion. There's taking out the stairs. There's rushing the door. There's Bernard getting his comeuppance. Juliet makes it out of Silo 17 in the red suit running to get back. We get to see the world before, and the Pez dispenser makes its appearance again. I mean, it was just event after event. What a ride. My biggest bad, and this is just kind of for the whole season and the whole show, like, I still don't understand how maintenance, food, water, all this stuff works. Like, the story's, like, we're moving forward with the story. It's great, but, man, like in Silo 18, how are they getting food? How are they getting water?
Still makes you wonder a little bit of how the world works.
Yeah, like, how does this world even make sense?
I feel you.
But overall, what an episode. 8 out of 10 for me. What did you think?
Also, 8 out of 10. This is a very exciting. Big actions. Juliet finally leaves Silo 17. We've been waiting all season for it to happen. That barricade that has been set up as like the division between the top and the bottom finally comes down. And so we're now in full rebellion, fully exciting. There were some beautifully executed scenes in this episode. So Pete Nichols' dialogue at the beginning, whoo, what an actor. Like, I felt it. I felt it so heavy because Pete Nichols, the whole story is Juliet, his daughter, his only daughter, leaves the silo and everyone suspects he's dead. And I didn't think about how much that would weigh on him. And he says, like, people tell me that she's alive and they tell me, and they write it and they carve it into the walls. Like, this guy is breaking slowly over time. He's a grieving father. He wants to move on, but he can't because everyone around him is turning his daughter into a martyr. And man, I see how it's heavy on him. And that actor, he just pulled it through. We saw Solo's childhood apartment, his mom and dad, and when the colors and the lights shift and he's transported into his memories, and we as the audience are also transported following him along. And at the end, I think it was Hope, may have been Juliet, she asks him a question and the lights fade and he's snapped out of it and we're snapped out of it. Fantastic storytelling. And Sims was scared. It was I guess it wasn't subtle, but this, for 2 seasons, he's just tough guy. And to the point where I thought, do they just cast him because the actor can't do anything else? And then, bam, Bernard loses his shit. And then Sims is scared because he's never seen Bernard like this. And he doesn't know how to handle it. Fantastic. And there were some transitions. This transition between scenes. So when Sims pulls a gun on Lucas Kyle and he's asking, what did you say to Bernard? And then in the follow-up scene, immediately after, Bernard is in the sheriff's office pulling a gun. Very, very cool, very smooth, very symmetric between the two people. And earlier in the episode, when Pete Nichols, he says Juliet. Oh no, middle of the episode, Pete Nichols uses the bomb to, I mean, I guess he kills himself, but for the purpose of breaking the stairs. And then you hear the boom, and it transitions to Juliet over in Silo 17, and she's like, "What is that?" Whew, that hurt. That hurt me because there's like the father has his hope that his daughter's alive, and then she's hearing him die, but through the boom. Like, fantastic, poignant storytelling. Also, the Silo origin lore at the end was tasty. So we get a little taste of what was the world like before it went to shit, and then we're now transported into the future where we live in Silo. And we get this little bit at the end that down in the drill room, that tunnel, there's somehow hidden observers that can pull safeguard and activate it at any time. And so there's an observer from the outside that's monitoring all this stuff. It feels very like a Squid Game smash up. Cool, very very interesting. The cons. The cons of this episode is that some of it is kind of unbelievable. So the deep down, it's deep down versus Bernard, and in this final episode, the deep down pulls off maneuver after maneuver after maneuver, and Bernard is just lost. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that it's such a one-sided victory, one-sided battle. Also, the deep down had these hand signs. I think they had a good explanation that the generator room is super loud, so you can't shout at people, so you have to use hand signs to have communications. That's fine with me. In fact, super clever. It makes a lot of sense. What is surprising to me is that they were so practiced and skilled at having two conversations at the same time, because they have their spoken word conversation, and then they also have a secret hand language conversation going on at the same time. And why would they have practiced having two conversations at the same time? And not only that, but like facial expressions that match the spoken words, but not the hand gestures. That's surprising. Cool twist, but also surprising. And some of the plot points in this episode dropped too fast. Like, I don't understand why Pete Nichols died. Why break the 2 floors of the central staircase? But the cool part of that is that maybe if the central staircase is broken, they have a legitimate reason to now use those lifting machines again, and they're going to write a new pact or something. But otherwise, those 2 points kind of came too fast. I didn't see why they had to be done. Cool. That was my assessment. Overall, still good episode.